Okay, everybody. So good afternoon. Okay, so it's been a while since we have met together, since I have, been talking to you, you know, um, having you come here and me teach all of you. So we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back into those habits and we're going to revisit those old customs. Now, one thing that we're going to do is I'm going to put a very, very serious focus on the dance moms. Just be prepared because it's going to be coming in hot. So every time that we meet, I'm going to be discussing what happens in, every episode. Just try to watch 1 or 2 a day. Try to ground yourself, not watching too many a day or too many at one time. And that is the most tempting thing to do because all of the episodes are there, and I hope that you all made your profiles on Lifetime. All you need is you can put in your login information, or if it's easier, you can sign in with your Google account. So that's what I did. Hopefully you've all done that. And so it is tempting, so try to really discipline yourself, kind of resist the temptation to do so as much as you can. And sometimes it's hard because of all the drama and all the stuff happening in it. But I haven't put too much emphasis on it. I will start to beginning today. Okay? Now, a couple of things that I really, really want to get to today is I am going to be explaining your criteria for the written portion. And they've decided to cancel, to push it even further, and that's going to be a little into Gemini season. May 21st, 22nd, 23. So that will give you enough time to prepare this whole project. We're doing it because of just the Menton status and because of all the stuff that are going around in the other Mentons and because of the whole COVID business going around. They decided that those days, and they're going to try to stick to those days, that those days will be the safest and the best option. So that gives us time, and it's been, several days. It's been like 3 days almost, 3 to 4 days since we met last. And what I've decided to do is I've decided to cancel a couple of plans for Christy. I'm going to cancel her. She's going to be out of the picture. We're not going to do Christy because I really want to get to all of them, and I really want to have this done as soon as possible. That way something else can come up when it does. Now, a reminder that the Taurus Clubus will be meeting directly and promptly right after this because we really need to ground ourselves and we really need to get into those clubuses. Now, what I've decided to do is the Libra Clubus will not be meeting anymore. I've started it out and I've decided, I thought that it might be a good idea to have 2 because they're both ruled by Venus, but we're going to wait till Libra season to have the Libra Club meeting. So I was kind of skeptical over the idea and how much I could take on mentally and physically, and I decided just to do it this way. So the Taurus Clubus will be meeting routinely in the mornings. Okay, so in the mid mornings, because that's really the time of day. So a couple of things that I've been doing that you're not aware of is, what I want you to do is, there has been many a year and many a videos that I have made, and I really need to go through and delete some. So I'm going to recommend to you the use of iMovie, which if you all have MacBooks, which I know that all of you do, it is free on there. It comes with MacBooks as iMovie, and you can put a video in, and you can add in special effects with the different pictures and the lightings and also the voice. And you can also edit because it is a video editing software, and also you can make trailers on iMovie as well. And to edit, all you do is if you want to get rid of something, then you kind of you clip it up and then get rid of that one segment. But what I'm going to do actually, so that I don't have to explain everything visually here, I'm going to be making a screencastify on the whole tutorial on how to use iMovie for all of you to be able to see. And then I'll post it on my page, of course. So those things are better left for visual instruction, for you to see, me, for you to see it, explained as the screencastify recording, filming the screen rather, you sitting here and listening to me talk about it. So that's some of your horoscope. Sun in Taurus, Moon in Sagittarius. That is going to be for today and yesterday. Wait, tomorrow. Before I go on to that, I just want to remind you before I forget, Adi Bouillant's birthday was just yesterday on Thursday, May 7th. I believe it was 1981 that she was born. And so she is a Taurus. She probably has a Leo ascendant. You could probably tell, and try to watch some skits from SNL, and hopefully that you all took the initiative to do that. With going in and seeing skits from her, because she is a Taurus sun, and her birthday was yesterday on the 7th of May, Thursday. So, now, horoscope. So, today and tomorrow is the most indulgent combination of all of the zodiac. So, Taurus, as you know, is all about the simple pleasures, all about the yum-yums of life, all about food, all about, smelling the roses and, honey and whipped cream and all these things. And this year is a very essential time of year. If you, I was walking by the other day taking a walk, and I hope that you all got the opportunity, and if you walk around, I hope that you can smell all of the flowers that are just coming out in bloom. And Mother's Day is coming up, which will be postponed until July, astrologically. Cancer is the mother sign, not Taurus, although they both make great moms. So that's also, something is, the very essential. So, with this combination, it's the most indulgent combination, and Sagittarius, as you know, adventure, travel, living life the biggest and the fullest, and sticking its foot in the mouth and going, saying whatever. So Sagittarius adds a little light and spark to the Taurus, and fun and excitement and kind of, just going off grounded boundaries of let's have a little bit more of that. Let's indulge a little bit more. So Taurus is pretty self-disciplined with its indulgences, but with that moon in Sag, it's encouraging it to keep indulging. So if I left out any information about that, then I will put it on my page or make a little horoscope recording for you to see. So I haven't really done, all that many recently in Taurus season, but I should get back in the habit of that. So, that is that. Now, I want to go over the written portion. Now, this is going to be very, very quick, more than you would think that it would be, because I'm not going to I'm not going to put a whole lot of details on you of like every single sentence. It has to be this way. I'm just going to kind of go over the basics, and basically, I don't want to inhibit you from this. Because after all, this is, your personal presentation. You can structure it however you want, but these are the basic, I'm going to talk about the basic format of what you need. So, I'm going to get rid of this board right here because I really don't need it anymore. Because we're not going to do Christy. We did a little resemblance prayer, and I think that is enough. So forget all about that. We're scratching it. We're not going to be learning any concert music like we did for Kathy. We are not going to do that. And instead, we are going to be talking about Jill Vertes. And I'll put a picture of her up on the on the wall sometime. And she is a Leo sun, born August 15th, 1965, and an Aries moon. She has an Aries moon, or maybe even a Pisces moon, I don't know. But so Jill is from Dance Moms. She is one of the new Dance Moms on season 2, and I'll put her picture up here. And it's kind of a dower in Australian, that show, The Free Range Cook, which is a very, very small resemblance. And I really can't think of anybody who really resembles her that much. All I can think of is Jeanette Dowler, who was a special education teacher way back in the day when I was in 8th grade, and also Annabelle Langbein, which is, I can't really see hardly any resemblances. Another Leo sun, which both of them are fixed or fixed fire. Fourth Leo is Marina Esposito. So we're going to talk about Jill Vertes, and we're going to explore her. We're going to talk about how does she channel Leo energy. Now, the thing about Leo, and this goes for family as well, is if I had to put all of the fire signs and rank how fiery all of them are, Aries is, Aries is, I don't know, I want to say, the red hot chili pepper. Leo is the cayenne pepper. Aries is the ghost pepper. Let's say the ghost pepper. Leo is the chili pepper. Sagittarius is the pepper flakes. And I'm going to explain what I mean like that. Okay, so let's scratch it. So Aries, chili pepper. Aries is the most fiery fire sign. And anyone born under the Aries sun, most everyone should be, super fire, because it's the most energetic, it's the most, controlling, get up and go, very impulsive sign, and all of those things that we talked about for those who in Aries Club. So that is the most fiery fire sign. So, that would be the ghost pepper. I feel some nostalgia to December 13th and 14th. Not her birthday, August 15th. So we're going to talk about the nostalgia of these 2 days when she arrives that I have. So, the ghost pepper, okay. Leo is the chili pepper, or cayenne pepper. Sagittarius is the pepper flakes. Aries is the water to the fire, feeling emotions so intensely, and also has a temper based off of its emotions. Water to the fire. Leo is the earth to the fire. It can be pretty materialistic with shopping and clothes and all that stuff, and that's basically all to it. Sag, air to the fire. It's like Aries, but with more of an air optimism. Very optimistic sign, very hopeful. Also clumsy and impulsive sign. So it's fire with the addition of air, wanting to expand its mind, wanting to travel, more of an experiential, airy person. Convert to new religions, all of those Sagittarian things, and also air, talking about philosophy, the study of knowledge and thinking, and all those things. They're very air, topics, because, thinking, communication, those things. So, Aries is the ghost pepper, the hottest pepper of them all, and the most fiery and energetic, pumped up sign. And alive and kicking. Leo, kicking like a baby, after all, it's the time of life. Aries is the ram, Leo is the lion, which is represented by the chili and the cayenne pepper. Now, we're going to talk all about Leo. When we get to Leo season, you should know that this is self-centered, wants the spotlight, all of those things, yada, yada, yada. Wants to, likes drama, cooking show, wants to have his own TV show, all those things. I don't know a lot about Leo. Now let me tell you the story about Leos. Some of them are like my aunt, who is a Leo sun, and she is very generous, which explains Gilberta's. Very, very generous. You're going to see she gives out a lot of gifts and presents, with, all the things, but, so generosity, kindness, very charismatic, funny, fun, loud, very energetic, and very, sociable, and very bright and bold. Okay? And some Leos are like my therapist. Some Leos can be mistaken for Cancer or Tauruses, earth and water. Because some are shy, they are quieter than others, they can act like Tauruses with that stubborn and fixed nature. After all, they are a fixed sign, and are not as, bright and bold and, wanting to, play with life, as much as Leo does. So with the chili, sometimes chilies can be very, very hot, and sometimes it can just taste like a pepper, because Leo is supposed to be that, the Lord of Light, shall we say. I prefer, too much of that and the bad characteristics of Leo, rather than that, that tame shyness of it. So chili pepper, sometimes it's so hot, sometimes it tastes just like a pepper, and it's kind of tame, fake, imitational, not real, grounded fire, that kind of thing. Cayenne pepper follows with that, because cayenne pepper is a pepper that has some heat, it has a little heat, but, barely any. It's kind of a, slightly hot thing, but it's not that hot if you try. So the heat from the hot cayenne is like saying the fire away from Leo. It's it's not that fiery, it's not that hot. Then Sagittarius, which is being the pepper flake, really goes hand in hand with Aries, save for the fact that the pepper flake is in between Aries and Leo, and it is, in between the ghost pepper and the chili cayenne. I know it's flaky, could be hotter, but it's not as could not, it's in the middle of those two fire with that air influence especially. So that's what I wanted to go over real quick with you. Okay, now I'm gonna stop to make sure that I have enough memory.